Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat and welcome to another edition of Kapehan sa Davao, held here at the second floor of SMCD Davao, SMCD Annex. We'd like to thank SMCD Davao for hosting again our weekly Kapehan, and we'd like to thank Krispy Kreme for their delicious donuts and coffee for our guests and our friends sa media. So, actually, we have three guests. Wala pa ata yung national distribution. We have for Comelec, no? From Comelec, update sa ito ang national for the preparation sa coming national local elections this coming May. We have our ARD, Assistant Regional Director, Comelec, Attorney Jay Morables. Then, habol na po si Russell Bonaval, National Youth Commission, kaya meron silang Youth Environmental Summit. He will be discussing, announcing this event. Then we have for this upcoming event, no, Sculptura 2025 Fashion Show for a cause supporting a scholar ng Tribo, which is a scholarship project para sa ating mga IPs institutionalized ni former IPMR, no, Councilor Rodolfo Mande, to talk about this Sculptura and their advocacy, yung kanyang beneficiary. We have Pao Garcia and meron siya kasama yung is one of the models, no? So, yun. Okay, to start our press con, we like to get the opening statement. We start with Pao and yung ating guest.
Hello, mabuhay ug madaya may buntag sa ato mga media friends and daghang salamat for having us here sa Kapihan sa Davao. And we will be promoting once again our upcoming show this coming April 13, 2025 entitled Sculptura 2025 Ang Sining ng Pananamit. So we'll be supporting under the IP Community Scholar ng Tribo, founded by our Councilor Rudy Mande. So unfortunately po, he couldn't come as of the moment, and ako na lang po ang mag-explain po later. And along with my model and later.
Yung model, can you introduce yourself, our friends?
Mabuhay and madayaw to everyone here present. My name is Adrian Jefferson Esordan. You could call me EJ, and I am 16 years old.
Okay, nandito na ba si Russell? Wala pa. For the National Youth Commission. Then, Attorney Jay.
Yeah, maayong buntag sa tanan, no? Thank you very much to PIA for once again inviting us for the updates, to give you updates on the preparations for the NLE.
Before we go for comment now, we like to get Pao, no? Yung Sculptura, what's your event and itong kasi maraming advocacy last time was yung Sarpil,
Project Maripil.
Project Marpil. Then what's this
Alright,
Sculptura?
karon man good na this is our first fashion show karon na tuig. Then this is our 6th year anniversary also of Icon Elite Artist Management. So medyo excited me, and every time yun na ako'y mga event, I really wanted to connect to the community. And this time, I would like to give my time to Scholar ng Tribo. So it will be held at Aeon Towers, 6th floor. Then the concept of the show is about sculptures, about romance, mga Romano, ancient times. So our designer is coming from General Santos City, which is Ma'am Jocelyn Yubundaon. So excited ako kasi we'll be giving I asked Councilor Mande, ano bang maitulong namin? So, I chose the program to give them school supplies, and some of our sponsors like Ma'am Georgie Ilagan contributed also for this cause. So, marami pong mga tumulong din for this, not just the one that I mentioned. So, we're very excited because we need awareness for this, and kami din, we would continue the legacy of supporting one another here in Davao City.
Of course, si Councilor, former Councilor Mande was the dati siyang IPMR and I think yung bago ngayon si Dato Pagdatua Demetrio Bolo.
Yes po.
Last week lang ata siya nag-assume, no?
Yes,
So,
last week po.
ilan po yung mga plano niyong, kasi scholar na tribu was institutionalized by former councilor. Ilan po yung plano niyong scholars?
They have at least more than 100, but I committed to support 50 scholars for this round. And maybe we could contribute more for this. But I said to Councilor na sa amin is I could support the 50. So, still gathering, then gathering what we could offer. Pero marami na po akong nakakausap and I'm excited to present our outreach program after the show.
Yung 50, ano to, saan ba sila school?
Actually, tinanong ko po sila niyan. They have this list kasi, but I let them decide who will be there on that 50 list po. Kasi malawak kasi po daw ang scope nila of the tribo. So sila, kung sino, I don't know if they have this registration or ano bang part yon. Basta sila na ang pinapili ko, sino po maging part ng 50 na yon.
What form of support yung ibibigay niya sa mga
Ang
beneficiaries?
kailangan po kasi school supplies and if I could come up with a cash assistance, sila na po bahala. So, as long as whatever we could come up with a show, doon po kami, doon po yung tulong namin sa scholar ng tribo.
So, our model, kamusta na ang, how do you feel na narampa ka sa fashion show?
Well, I am excited, yet also I feel nervous as a first-time model. But I am thankful for the management because they help us hone our skills in every workshop, and it also fosters a healthy relationship with also the co-models.
What motivated you, inspired you to join the modeling world?
Actually, I've had experience in my past schools, and I believe that through modeling, that you could express yourself and you could boost your confidence also in enrolling in these kinds of workshops.
Ito ba sa yung mga beneficiaries also, they also model, meron kayong
The past na inalaw talaga namin dati was the Down Syndrome of the Philippines Davao chapter that we allow the one with yung may challenge sila sa kanilang, how do you say that word if it's sensitive, the autism or Down syndrome, sorry. So pinarampa talaga namin sila kasi they have this talent and I don't want them to feel discriminated because they're really lively kasi. So, yun yung first time na naka-invite ako na talagang inala ko. And yung sa Kids House of Hope, yung mga cancer survivors before, pinarampa ko sila sa first show ko talaga.
Okay, then we go to Attorney Gay. March 28, sugod na ang local elections. No? Campaign. Kamusta na po? Ano po yung update natin?
Okay, last March 28, that was Friday, we conducted a grand Operation Backlash. It's a nationwide activity. Iba-iba po ang among nakuha ng mga campaign materials, yung mga illegally posted campaign materials. For Region 11, daghan yun, especially Carmen. Yung Carmen kasi along the highway, makita daghang kaayo na mga posters na gipang butang din along the highway. Iba-iba dito siya. And also, since we're done with our training for the poll workers, for the teachers, so among preparations is more on the monitoring sa campaigning and another batch of training pa pala for the Board of Canvassers this coming April.
Hello, Michael. During the covenant signing, you lectured oriented candidates on the yung 10946 about yung para expanded by the vote buying and may formation of the committee kontra bigay.
Oo. Of course, yung resolution, COMELEC resolution about vote buying, vote selling, it was expanded to include abuse of state resources. Uh, yeah, we made a lecture of that during the candidates briefing. Oo, na yung lahat ng mga prohibitions, no? Other than, of course, vote buying, yung ginagamit yung resources ng government for purposes of campaigning, that is abuse of state resources.
Yung sabi niya nag-constitute na yung regional KBC, may mga complaints kasi yun daw ang puntahan na ng sumbungkan, may report about vote buying, vote selling.
Yeah. Oo, it was already constituted. That was during our third Regional Joint Security Command Conference. Um, yeah, constituted na siya, and of course, we are ready all the time. Our office is ready to accept complaints whatsoever. And even the DOJ, the Office of the Prosecutor, they're also na mag-accept sila ng complaints for vote buying, vote selling, and abuse of state resources.
Wala pang formal complaint na.
So far sa amin, wala pa.
Is it vote of review? Pwede kayo mag-investigate?
Yes, of course, oo.
Okay, before we give the floor to our questions from the media, we'd like to acknowledge guest ating model. Can you introduce?
Alright, my other model was based sorry po. So introduce yourself.
So, hello everyone, mabuhay ang madayaw. I'm Sophia Marino. We would like you to watch our fashion show this upcoming April 13 at Aeon Towers or our Sculptura 2025. So, I hope na makapunta po kayo. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, questions from our friends from the media? Mike?
Good morning to Attorney Jay. Attorney, sa Upland Backlash nato so far, balik-balik mo na every time nga na election, unsay mga common nga mga violations dato ang mga kandidato.
Of course, kanag yung posting bisag asa gani, kana sa ilahang mga campaign materials like sa mga pader na kanang along the highway ba or along roads, no? And mostly yung oversized posters. Kasi ang ano namo is, even if naa siya dito sa designated common postal area, if it's oversized, amo gihapon siyang tanggalon. And karon, although daghan ubay-ubay ni og ubay-ubay ni og nakuha, pero dili na pareho ni adto unang panahon. Like karon, like when we had our actually this is our second Operation Backlash since we started February 11, yung sa pag-start ng campaign period for national possession. Although marami pa rin andun sa mga postes, sa mga kahoy, but not that much compared to the previous election.
So far, Attorney, unsa man ang sagad ng mga violators, mga local candidates or national?
Daghan yun ang local. Daghan yun ang local. Of course, when we started Feb 11, mga national candidates, namin mga top 3 na mga violators. Of course, sa amin na lang yon. And sa local, madami talaga mga violators.
After those violations, what's next?
Okay. It's like this. When we conducted the Operation Backlash last March 28, we already informed them, notified them na we will be conducting the Operation Backlash. And then for some of them, they were already aware of it, and kaya siguro medyo limpyo na sa March 28, kaya nagtanggal na sila. But another round of Operation Backlash for Davao City another 2 Operation Backlash will be conducted for the month of April. But anyway, other than of course Operation Backlash, naapod may monitoring team na magsuroy sa mga areas, and pag makita namo ang ilahang mga posters outside sa common postal area, we will notify them. Oo, tagaan na mo sila of notice to remove those illegally posted campaign materials within 72 hours. And after that, kasi yung sa notice kasi i-attach namin yung mga pictures na nakuha namin. And after 72 hours, again, we will go back to the place. If hindi natanggal, and that's the time na magpadala kami ng show cost.
Thank you to Sir Pao. Sir Pao, pila ang expected nato nga proceeds nga magkuha out from this event?
As of now kasi, we are targeting only for 100 seats. Then, almost 30 of the seats are from the sponsors. So, approximately, we could have 70 seats lang na pwede namin mabenta yung ticket. So, as of now, I'm still processing my permit and it will be released this week po. The ticket is 1,500 po. With, that's including with your food and drinks.
Okay, wala natin si yung model kasama ng model bago lang. So how is it? Kamusta ang, how are you preparing and how is it that you're going to magkampa sa fashion show? This is your first time?
Actually, no po. This is not my first time. I've been modeling agency before. And sa akin po is, okay naman po na maka-experience ng lain na agency for now. And hopefully, makapadayon yapon ko kay Sir Pao for Icon Elite po.
Sa dalawa, what's your significant learnings? Kasi nag-workshop kayo, ano yung natutunan na nyo na yung nakatatak talaga sa inyo na, I think work ethic ba or any significant lesson?
For me po is worth it naman po ang sumali sa Icon Elite talaga po. And maraming kami matutunan talaga sa Icon, lalo na po sa mga poses, eventually mga exposure namin to how we balance ourselves. And that's all po. Thank you.
Although we would learn about poses and how we walk, we were also taught about important life lessons about you need to learn how to take criticisms and also you need to focus on yourself. And that would be the key to having a good fashion show and a good flow of the fashion show.
What's your first learnings?
Okay. Sa umano nakailan na dito sa akot ng mga media friends. So, continue gyapon ng Icon Elites na mag-inspire of to discover young talents. Daghan na kaayog mga gwapa o gwapo, mga talented sa Davao that they need to express themselves. So, kung namoy mga anak, igsuon, kapag umangkon, silingan, Icon Elites Artist Management will be a place for them to express, especially in the world of fashion and modeling. So always yung ginaturo sa kanila time management, pakikisama, tsaka pangunawa sa isa't isa. And that will make Icon Elites continue and consistently doing our job, not just helping others, but helping the models to grow. Yun ang po.
Good morning to our distinguished guests at this juncture. Since those two, I wanted to ask the two models of yours, are you both studying pa? Are you both studying?
Yes po.
Okay. How do you handle your time management in terms of workshops at the same time the schooling na yun ginabuhat while preparing for your up and coming fashion show?
So, as for now po, nag-stop po ako ng schooling, which is, nag-school ako sa JJ Ilaga International School. At okay naman yung time management, which is yung sa school and sa workshop po sa modeling. Kasi weekdays kasi yung workshop namin sa modeling. Weekends pala sa workshop namin sa modeling po. Ganun po.
As of now po, our school year is done and but before po, I was able to manage my time with the workshops and also my studies. I make sure that before I enter the workshop, I make sure that my studies or maybe my assessments are completed before I will attend the workshop po, for me to focus on the workshop.
Okay. The follow-up, no? What can we expect from you both models with your 100% entourage sa pag-ramp pa for the up-and-coming fashion show sa Aeon Towers this Sunday, April 13.
What we're expecting po is yung damit po. Kasi yun yung talaga yung magpasabog sa aming show, yung damit namin. At sa models din po, yung sa on how they handle their dresses po.
I think po, expect na po na we will be able to display elegance and also gracefulness with our clothing, which is inspired from the Roman times. And yeah.
Attorney B, last na lang sa akong end, no? Katong nabatay assessment karon sa ipahigayon nga mall voting sa Davao City or sa Davao Region. If ever na ay mga list of voters na tuol pod sa mga malls nga buhat nila nga mubotar.
For Davao Region, wala tayong mall voting, unfortunately. Although in some other regions meron. Kasi when we made the preparations kasi, wala mong may place na medyo big. Kasi kung din sa SM Ecoland, ang kasikbit niya na barangay is 76-A. Oo, 76-A is the biggest barangay for Davao City. So medyo wala di siya space para sa para sa mga presinto na paghimuon inside the mall. And also some conditions, marami kasing conditions in mall voting. Kailangan yung big space, yung security, at the same time yung internet. Marami pa siya other than that. And for some malls, medyo nag-decline sila. Kaya wala tayong nakita na applicant mall for Region 11.
Hello, Attorney. Good morning po. Attorney, pa-update po kami sa kumusta ang ato ang mga machines kung na-deliver na ba na yan?
Okay. Ang atuang mga machines, some of the machines are already delivered, but not all. Kasi nag-reverse pamamput ta sa mga machines na gigamit sa poll workers nato training, no? But some of the machines and some of the ballot boxes are here already, and some of the supplies that will be used for May 12 elections, naghinay-hinay na og abot.
Mga approximately po, ilan na yung machines nato pwede?
That I do not have the data. Wala akong data for that. And other than the machines, of course, meron din tayong yung mga VIS, Voters Information Sheet. By the way, we would like to announce na in next few days from now, mag-distribute namin sa Voters Information Sheet. Kasi may narinig kami na ayaw daw nilang tumanggap ng VIS because papirmahin daw sila. And that will be used as parang some sort of a petition to impeach the VP. No, it's not. Oo, BIS yun, from COMELEC. Basta from COMELEC ha, yung list ng candidates at saka what are the things that you will do on election day. And of course, andun yung pangalan nyo, andun yung presinto nyo, yung lahat ng info nyo for election.
Kumusta na siya in relation to the VIS, yung sinabi niyo po na may mga public hesitancy, unsa ni ka rampant in Davao City or in Davao Region?
Kasi narinig kasi namin yan, some of the election officers, I guess outside Region 11, kasi yung Region 11, hindi pa nakastart ng distribution ng VIS kasi nag-sorting pa kami. Yun nga lang, we would like to inform the public that in a few days from now, mag-distribute na kami, mag-start na kami ng distribution ng VIS. Yung fear nila ba na, kasi may pirma kasi sila doon, meaning to say they already received the VIS. Yun kasi yung monitoring namin. Kasi ang target talaga is 100% distribution of the VIS.
Okay. Ilan po ito, Attorney? Yung VIS na ato ang ihatag na na?
For Davao Region, that's 3 million something. The entire, yung voters, oo.
Another one, Attorney, balik lang tagamay, dito sa katong mga candidates nato na wala nang video sa ilang mga materials before the local campaign. Unsa ang ato ang kanang kwan sa ilaha, coordination sa ilaha, especially that they're using mga recyclable materials.
Oo. Of course, we notified them to remove. Some of them, nag-remove din sila kay medyo dili naman kaayo hinana kadaghan when we had our baklas last Friday. But then again, this is a continuing effort on the part of COMELEC na right after the baklas, of course, right after the baklas, hulihan naman po na nila, no? So, on the part of COMELEC, kasi hindi tayo everyday magbaklas eh, mag-notify tayo for them. Kasi yung notice, preparation na yun for the filing of qualification cases later on.
Last na lang po. Attorney, dun sa mga BEIs na to, kumusta ang training?
Yes, natapos na sila. Last week was the last Friday. I think Friday was the last in Davao de Oro. So tapos na tayo, nag-reverse na tayo ng mga ng mga machines and na-train na natin yung mga teachers and by last week or first week of May, meron na naman silang briefing before the election. And we will also be training the members of the board of canvassers this coming April. Bali, 4 na araw, 2 araw each batch. Yun yung last namin na training before the start of yung sa final briefing.
Super last na lang po, attorney. Then po sa, during the briefing po, one of the raised issues yung sa social media po, specifically on the itong disinformation. Unsa ko nato na siya sa level sa COMELEC po, yung disinformation against candidates, local and national.
Yeah, it's like this. Yung social media kasi is a free platform. Lahat makakita. And on the part of COMELEC, even if yung mga online platform ipaparegister, no? But yung monitoring kasi is very difficult on our part. But we have a committee for that, for monitoring purposes. By the way, today is the last day kasi extended yung registration ng online platform. Today is the last day, 11:59 p.m. today. Pwede pa mag-accept na hindi pa nakapag-register ng kanilang mga online platform. Today is the day. Today is the last day. Okay. That would form part of the monitoring ng COMELEC eh. Disinformation, that I cannot answer kasi I'm not part of the monitoring team.
But how can you give us a picture why is it hard po sa level ng COMELEC? Is it the workforces na meron tayo or the number of accounts na meron ng mga politicians?
Yeah, number of accounts and at the same time, underman tayo eh. It's not the only thing that we will monitor, no? We also monitor, basta marami tayong gagawin, marami tayong monitor, but of course, we will try our best. Oo, we will try our best. Ang lang naman doon, ang bawal lang naman doon sa platform is, of course, yung sobra na, like, when they campaign against a certain candidate, sobra ba ang bato nila ng mga hindi maganda na mga salita? Oo.
Attorney, balita na ako itong imong mention ganina nga, mas less ang numbers ng mga nabaklas sa mga campaign materials. Dapat ba yung volume or numbers nila ang ako ang compare sa siguro last election to this election na nabaklas na to?
I know I didn't have the data, pero nakita kasi na ako first hand. Although, maybe I could be wrong. Baka akong naagian, gamay lang, no? But, yeah, previous, mas marami talaga yung before.
Good morning, Atty. Good morning, Atty. Hello. Okay. Attorney, unsa ang mga kuan ka ng violation ng mga candidates, local and national para cost kanilang candidacy, ma-disqualify sila. Unsa yung mga klase ng violation na mag-cost sa ilang candidacy?
Maraming violation. The first one there is vote buying and abuse of state resources. Yung violation yun, pwede yun, disqualification, pwede din yun, election offense. And also, yung posting of illegally posted campaign materials, no? Outside the designated common posture area. Pwede din yun for disqualification. Pwede din yun as an election offense. Oo. And any violation sa election rules is an election offense.
Last question on my end, attorney. Katong BIS, Voters Information Sheet, isn't this the first time in the election history na nag-solicit ng list ang COMELEC? Am I right?
No, every elections we have that BIS. Oo. Every elections, meron talaga tayong BIS, Voters Information Sheet. Yun yung ginagamit ng mga botante natin na makita doon ang procedure ng voting at the same time ng list ng candidates nila, local and national, and their voting precincts. O every elections yan, except for barangay and SK elections.
Thank you, attorney. Good morning, attorney. Question lang po about the VIS. Since meron po yung mga news or it could be used for like, sa ibang bagay aside sa voting purposes. How do you ensure that in terms of personal, in terms sa control dito sa paghatag or pag-issue ato, it is unsa ang bantayan sa mga tao na under dito sa COMELEC.
Oh, the BIS itself. The BIS itself. Pero kung papirmahon lang ko blanco din ha, it's a different matter. Kasi when we distribute the BIS, of course, mga yun yung pirma ninyo, you need to say, you receive it. Oo, that's part of our monitoring kasi may bayad yun eh. Yung distribution ng BIS, nag-hire kami ng mga job orders dun eh. Oo, doon sila makakasweldo. Yung when they distribute it, and then yung pirma acknowledging receipt of the BIS. Pero, on the part of the voter, syempre, wag silang magpirma ng wala silang tanggap na BIS. And of course, yung mga nag-distribute ng BIS natin is of course may ID yan sila. Yes.
Hello, Attorney. Good morning. Kumusta ang coordination sa ito ang BJFP 11 po para sa ito mga PDLs to vote this coming election?
Yeah, PDL for Davao City, First District. Oo. Ano sila eh, dun sila magboto inside the jail. Oo, facility. And their, yung mga ballots nila, official ballots will be taken from the different polling precincts sa MAA. Kasi na-transfer na sila sa MAA. So, they will be voting inside kasi marami sila sa loob, hindi sila pwede makalabas kasi pag lahat sila ipalabas, very, very difficult on the part of the jail wardens or jail guards, no? So, dun sila magboto inside. Meron tayong special electoral board for this purpose. Kunin lahat ng mga, yung mga balota nila from the cluster precincts sa MAA and then dalahin doon sa jail facility and dun sila magboto and then those ballots will be, again, dalahin doon sa mga presinto subject for backseating.
Hello po, good morning po, attorney. Though walay mga threats din sa ato ang region regarding sa upcoming elections, pero so far, attorney, pausa na ito siguro nga safety din atong mga election officers.
Oo naman, we have coordination with the security sector every time. And we are just lucky here, sana tuloy-tuloy na until election and after election na for Region 11, peaceful talaga tayo. Oo.
Attorney, pwede mga yung message mo din on na si FPRD can still run for mayor dito sa Davao City.
Yeah, he is still a candidate. Oo, candidate pa rin siya. Even if andun na siya outside the country, still candidate pa rin si former president.
Okay, Attorney G, because yung PDL, has there been a request from PRRD na mag-vote sa exercise his right to vote in the Hague?
Mag-vote sa outside? Kasi ang ano kasi dyan, if you are going to vote outside, dapat nakarehistro ka, andun ka sa registry ng overseas voters. Oo.
Kasi involuntary na...
Yeah, that I cannot answer, Sir Hap. Kasi, as far as I know, you can only vote outside if you are in the registry nga. And for overseas voters. And yung transfer kasi is, tapos na.
Question to Mike?
Sabi ka? Attorney, pahabol ko lang, kato ganing, unsay take din sa local lang, sa katong petition, di-file ni Attorney Respiso. How do we assure the public, ang masa, para mapasabot ko rin?
Yeah, okay. We have been constantly informing the public that the allegations of Attorney Respicio is not true. It's really a misinformation. Yung nagpapaano ng damdamin ng mga tao ba na meron talagang cheating for the machine. Kasi ang allegation niya doon, if I'm not mistaken, ang sabi niya, dapat hindi nakakonect ang machine sa internet the entire time na mag-election. Hindi naman talaga nakakonect yan. Kasi ang protocol niyan is makonect yan siya right after the closed voting and right after the printing of the first 9 election returns. Oo. Before pa siya, so close voting. And then automatic man yung printing ng election returns. Yun yung result ng for each machine, no? Election returns, 9 copies, national and local. And that's the time na magsabi ang machine, are you ready to transmit? And that's the time na isaksak yung transmission device for transmission simultaneous 7 servers. And after the transmission, magpiprint na naman siya ng another 21 copies of the election returns, both national and local. Now, we've been telling the public about this because, yun nga, kaya na-file ng kaso si Attorney Respicio is because he's peddling misinformation. Oo. Of course, sinagot ng COMELEC. Kasi ang protocol naman natin is hindi nakakonect ang ating machine the entire day during voting doon sa transmission device. And this is our 6th automated election. We've been doing the election since 2010. The same machine, the same system na nakakonect lang siya right after printing of the initial copies of the election returns.
So walay ang ikabalaka ang public because there are some voters na yan lang tamabuto ko naon man lang somehow pasig nadala no sa mga statement sa attorney.
Yeah, walay kabalakan. And we've been telling this the entire time. Ako very passionate ako nito because parang naano ako ba na for the last 5 elections, yun naman talaga eh. This is a stand-alone machine. Bakit ngayon may lumabas na ganon? And I think he's trying to condition the mind of the voters. No? He's trying to condition the mind of the voters na yung machine natin, pwede siya ma-hack, pwede siya masira or whatever because connected daw sa internet. No, hindi yan ang protocol. And if you could ask the teachers who have been serving during elections, alam nila na hindi connected sa internet yung machine natin the entire day.
On a different topic, with the recent killings ng mga election officers sa Maguindanao, unsa adjustments nato sa ato ay
Actually, ang PNP, they're offering us na may body, may ano kami. But for some of us, we don't like. Kasi wala naman tayo dito, no? And kasi mainit sa mata yan eh. O na may kasama ka the whole time. Oo. But yes, for Davao City, binigyan sila ng yung parang personal na ano. But sabi nila, doon na lang sa opisina. Oo.
How about in the other provinces?
In all the provinces naman, yung sa security sector natin, nag-offer din sila. But I do not know if some of them, okay sa kanila na may body sila. But for some kasi nag-decline. But it's really good for us here na nakita ito na problema, no? Even us, sa COMELEC, yung mga officials ng COMELEC, election officers, provincial election supervisors, me as ARD and RD, we're given yung authority to carry firearms. But then again, kasi ako wala akong firearm, even if may authority ako, useless din. Okay? And wala naman kami nakita na mga kalaban namin dito. And hopefully, we will remain peaceful until May 12 and even after May 12.
Okay, to Pao, yung fashion designer, sino yung may mga local ba? Or yung last year may national ka na taga Manila na
Right
fashion?
now po, we are in collaboration with Borloloy Davao. So we would like also to showcase our local artists here, the craftsmanship nila. And excited po kami kasi another touch na naman of the looks. And some of my talents are repeat models and the newbies po. So we'll give them a good show this coming April 13.
Ilang designers and ilang clothes?
39 models, then 2 models from General Santos, total of 41 in total models that will do the runway. And with kids and teens from 6 years old to 35 years old.
Designers, ilan?
Designer, one designer only, but it will be categorized with 3 sections.
So, isang designer siya lahat. Kasi dati marami.
Oo.
And there were other, yung last time may mga brands. No?
Yeah, with brand. This time is one designer but with collaboration na Borloloy Davao.
Okay, questions from our friends on the media? Carlo?
Sige, just for the sake of time management, last question na lang kang Attorney Gay para lang sa pagpaklaro po sa tanan, no? As to if ever, na-mention naman ganina ang nakita po kay former President Duterte, in case kung naay na hitabo na dili makabotar on May 12, makonsidera ra ba na dili counted ang boto mo sa presinto na na-register, which is of course sa trans, especially in case na na-criminal record or na ay unexpected turn of events, padalan pa ba notice na wa makabotar in case lang of 2 succeeding or previous elections na wala sa makabotar? For clarification, attorney.
Oh, what do you mean? Kasi we are already final with our list of voters. So yung lahat ng andun sa election day computerized voters list, yun yung lahat na makakaboto. So you mean to say, like,
for clarification, in case lang wala makabotar due to unavoidable circumstances or criminal record of the person or na naman sa layo for 2 succeeding elections na wa makabotar in case lang automatic ba siyang padala ng notice?
sino yung hindi makaboto?
Yung nasa list pero on the election day wala siya.
Okay, it's like this. Wala ka talaga sa list namin if you have been deactivated for failing to vote 2 consecutive elections. Like in 2022 and the barangay elections 2023, you were not able to vote and hindi ka nakapag-reactivate last yung sa during our registration, then wala ka talaga doon sa sa EBCDL namin. Yung sa list, sa final list na voters namin. For some of you, baka magtaka kayo na wala kayo sa listahan. It could be na nag-transfer kayo, no? Or deactivated kayo, or na-hit kayo sa ATIS, multiple records. Oo. So, dun kayo mabilong sa yung pinakauna ninyo na registration.
Ilan lahat ang voters that sa Davao this coming NLD?
For Davao City, 1 million. 1 million may konting butal.
Sabi niyo yung how many yung na-cleanse sa records natin?
I do not have the data, but cleanse talaga yung records natin.
Okay, questions from our friends on media? Kung wala na, we'd like to thank our guests. Attorney Jay from Comelec 11. Nandito pa si Russell? Oh, wala sila. And Pau and two more. That's party statement. We start with Pau. Okay,
Okay.
promote natin ang ating event. Or kayo mag-vote, manood tayo ng fashion show.
I would like to encourage everyone, our media friends, to avail a ticket for our upcoming show, Kultura 2025, ang feeling ng pananamit, since it will showcase elegance with the help of the models, including me, and also with the help of our director, Sir Pao Garcia.
So, hello everyone. We would like to invite you to our fashion show this April 13, 2025 for our Sculptura. And this will be held at Ion Towers. And we would like to invite also to our relatives or friends or others. And we would to elaborate this kind of fashion show, which is the Sculptura. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, make it short. Daghang salamat for having us and thank you for always welcoming us here, PIA-SM. Ito lang, ito, Attorney Alopo. Our show will be 13 days na, 12 days, 13 days na lang. Medyo, this is my pinaka busy week, Hell week ko po ngayon. So, I hope you will gonna watch. Then, just PM Icon and its artist management. May mga available seats pa and we'll be celebrating our anniversary with a happy heart. Dagang salamat po.
Will you be active because you're openly supporting a senatorial candidate, di ba? Will you be
Yeah.
active again?
Sabihin ko ba? I was a POJC member, then yun, nagkagulo nga. Yes, I'll be supporting after the show. Medyo, I just communicate naman inside.
Oh. Attorney Jay?
Okay, thank you very much for once again giving us the time to inform the public of the updates of COMELEC for the coming May 12 national and local elections.
Okay, daghang kayo salamat. There will be no kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas this week. Holiday magod tomorrow. Again, we'd like to thank our guests, Comelec 11 and Icons for Cultura Fashion Show. I'd also like to thank SMCT Davao and Krispy Kreme for the delicious donuts and coffee. Till next week, more relevant topics to be discussed.